as the room fill up. Be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit the like, share this content, let that friend or that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Come on, baby. That's included the ice wall, baby. Come on. Let's get it. One thing we all adore, something worth dying for. There's nothing but pain. We're stuck in this game, searching for fortune and fame. Come on, baby. Let's get it. Yo. Come on. They say, ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation groove? 5, 4, 3, 2. Give me a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Baby. 1. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. Ain't no party like a Law Nation party, baby. Hey. All right. Let's get it. All right, so we got practice in about an hour or so, but I want to be able to talk to you beautiful people that's watching here. I'm about, let's say 82% law today, right? 82. So I'm getting all the way back, you know. Appreciate everybody, man. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. The audio should be better than what it was last time, right? So every time we getting better and better. Come on. Hey. Come on. Prepare. What else we tell them, baby? Days off. No days off, baby. Come on with it. So let me know if you guys got a chance to see this yesterday. Dak Prescott to Schoonmaker. Yup. Dak to Cooks. Appreciate him. You know, shout out to that. And then, of course, this is Trey Lance. Trey Lance looked pretty sharp the other day. I know we had an INT. I get it. You know, it bounced off of the hands of Tiny Deuce Vaughn, right? Dak to 15 is going to be mean this year. That's Royce, say it with me, Freeman. All right? So the expectations for day two. Day two is what we want to see how people bounce back. Can they recall a certain thing, right? Or they are making the same mistakes that they did the previous day, right? So that's just what it is. And on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the globe, Cowboy Nation, we need for this particular team to start off really good. we face the Browns, right? And then from there, the Saints. And then we got to make sure that we keep momentum swinging, because I think the third game we got to play against the Baltimore Ravens. Neither here nor there. Cowboy Nation, we just got to be locked, loaded, and make sure that the best 53 men that's out here are worthy to be out here, right? Now, before we get into other content and other conversational pieces, this will be a new defense. Let me say this out loudly again. This will be a new defense, right? Let me say it one more time. This will be a new defense. And the Cowboys got to make sure that they got these particular players that can make some difference makers out there, right? That can move the needle, that can put things in right and proper perspectives, right? So that's just what we got to make sure. The flow of everything, it got to be there. Yeah. So as the room fill up, I want to say this as well. The Cowboys, and that's Parsons right there, the Cowboys, in everything that they do, I get it. Everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, Tupac, and Biggie climbing out of the grave, they're going to talk about the fact that these contracts are in the way. And the Jones paternity test and what he's doing behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. Our main goal is to make sure that we as fans don't fall out of the grace with what we supposed to do. It's to be a fan. We supposed to love this team, and we're looking at how we can better this team. Far as the contract stuff, that's ancillary stuff. Far as what Jerry Jones got going on with the family and them, that's ancillary. The expectations need for us as fans to evaluate, dare I say, the absolute player and see who can be the best player. Now, I have a super chat, man. Come on with it. Rev. Appreciate you, Rev. Thank you so much, man, for your support and your love and adulations for the nation, man. The first super chat of the day, man. Yeah. Appreciate you, Rev. Y'all put a round of applause for Rev and all what he does. But speaking of that, let's dive in just a little bit to some of the bull sugar. You know, we got to. Yeah, the bull sugar. Let's listen to it, you know.
Well, I've never been particularly good at math, so I'm glad that you were able to pull that up for us because Jerry consistently told us today he is good at math. And what he was saying was that he knows what he can afford and what he can't afford. And while the optimistic version of Jerry would like to have Dak Prescott here, I thought what was interesting today was the reality of the situation. It was the pause from Dak when he sort of looked around and said, I don't know if I should say this, but, you know, a lot of the quarterbacks that I looked up to over the years, they didn't just play.
Pause. Are you guys able to hear this? My bad. Give me a round of one if you guys can hear this. This is not me saying that Slater is reporting bull sugar, you know, by the way, because Slater, she my girl, you know. Yeah. Can y'all hear audio? Let's go. Let's get it.
Play for one team. I don't get the sense that Dak is sitting here looking to break the bank, but he does want to get paid what the market bears. And that is a number that the Cowboys have to reconcile with while also trying to pay CeeDee Lamb. I will say this, Dak Prescott is very locked in. I did ask him, you know, you haven't really held out over these contract extensions. He reminded me during COVID, he did. But remember,
I don't remember that part during COVID. Maybe he said, hey, I got a cough, I got a sneeze, I can't come to practice today. But the Dallas Cowboys, when you have a principle, when you have a philosophy, shout out to you, Stephen Carroll, and as well as Adam Garcia for the Cash App, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Put AG in the chat for me. Put AG in the chat for me. Put AG in the chat for me. Yeah, man. Man, you guys been doing some great things for me, man. But shout out to you, man. Put Stephen Carroll, man, for the $100, man. God, dog, man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. I'm going to get some more investigation news tonight then, if that's the case, you know.
Ultimately, that contract got done. I then challenged Jerry Jones today. I said, it does feel like it's a little bit of theater when we do these things. There's a holdout like we saw with Zach Martin last year, Ezekiel Elliott a few years back, and ultimately the contracts get done. The problem is, in this situation, they really haven't had these three guys that are looking for the type of money that they're looking for to remain on this roster. So there are conversations that are being had right now by Dak Prescott's camp and, of course, the Cowboys. But I do feel like there's a piece and there is a possibility that Dak could, in fact, play out this final year of his deal. With that being said, I did think it was interesting that he talked that this was the best that he's felt.
Right.
He says he does say that every year. But just 2 weeks ago, he was able to take 17 of the offensive players, including Trey Lance and Cooper Rush, so they were able to get enough volume in and throw out to their receivers and really just build on that. Coming back out here to camp, being able to build on that, so they're already off to a head start.
Man, let me pause it better on when she got her eyes open. Yeah, she got her eyes open right here. I would say this, I would say this right here, that when you think about all what she pretty much said, basically, ladies and gentlemen, Dak is him. I don't give a dog what y'all say, man. Dak Prescott is him. I ain't talking about him downstairs. Dak Prescott literally took all of the people, all of the wide receivers, including the quarterbacks, and they still threw the ball around to get in rhythm, right? That's leadership. He didn't have to do that on his dime. And when you look at the topic of this is breaking down wants versus needs and optimism versus realism. That is a very, 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 very good capture there. Because when you think about it, wants versus need, we need water. The kids can say, hey, I need some juice. No, you don't need no juice. You need some water. So put that juice down. And they go cry and they go get mad. But the reality of it, you don't need the juice. You need water, and they know that, right? So a lot of people, we trying to get the juice over here, man, and all we need is the water. Come on with it. All we need is the water. Yeah, all we need is the water. There we go. Come on, man.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on,
Rodriguez, man, appreciate you so much for your support. He says, you the man, Law. Been a minute since I caught you live. Give it to us straight, man. I got you, Rodriguez, man. I got you, man. I'm going to try to give it to you as straight as I can. And the reality of it is that we need to have these contracts done. The morale is down. And trust and believe, I'm a very vibrational guy. I'm a frequency guy. I don't like seeing my guy, CeeDee Lamb, disheveled, right? I don't like seeing my guy, Michael Parsons, with the Jay Leno chin. Face so long, looking like the Jay Leno chin. Just a long face out there, So I don't like seeing these guys. And the only person that can walk around boldly with, like, not a care in the world, but he kind of like count these as good days. He try to stack these things onto each other. Is Dakota Prescott. He see the painting on the wall. He see the picture that they are trying to paint. And he is not biting into the bait. And that is a good thing. That is a flat out good thing for us to be able to see that. So what we need to do now, ladies and gentlemen, is we need to figure out how we can get these guys under the contracts. How can we get this thing going? But the philosophy of the Joneses, they are still hot about that Green Bay Packers loss. Hey, I'm mad about the Green Bay Packers loss, Hey, I'm mad about the Green Bay Packers loss the year before. Who remember that? They're like, man, Law don't normally cuss on his show, but, man, he was letting them go. Oh, he was letting them go. Right? We all mad about it. But if you want to win, and they're talking about the elephant in the room, right? But let's dissect that elephant. If you want to shoot the elephant down, you got to stop using the rocks that you got and come up with a different approach to get that elephant down. No elephants were harmed during this particular conversation. We know for sure that this particular team heading into the 2024 season, we know for sure we have reservations in running back room. We know for sure we have reservations in the O-line. We kind of wanting, okay, all right, who can be another wide receiver to step up? All right, in order to get in front of this, ladies and gentlemen, you got to pay your guys. You can't be cheap with your resources. You can't, because what will happen here is that, for example, I'm only using this as an example, ladies and gentlemen. So put the butter knife down. Yeah, put it down. He kept using the Minnesota Vikings as a reference point on contracting, right? On how they are paying such and such and how they don't have this guy to pay and they only have to pay Justin Jefferson. Well, verily, verily, I will say unto all of you guys that's listening, don't pick the smallest dog out of the group to make your comparison if you're going to use comparison, which is the thief of all joy, by the way. But make it your business Make it your business, ladies and gentlemen, to say to yourself, who is out there making the moves that seems flawless? And it could be the moves within your own division. The Eagles. I don't like the Eagles at all, but I'm telling you how they are able and eligible to pay their quarterback, to go out in free agency, to bring in an old man, Saquon Barkley, pay him top dollars, pay A.J. Brown, pay Smitty, pay their tight end top dollars, because they are always moving ahead. They've been to the Super Bowl less than 2 or 3 years ago. Now, the results, they haven't won, but damn it, the Vikings haven't been anywhere. Don't be comparing yourself to the Vikings on how they handle their money. Nobody went to the Vikings and said, hey, man, they've been working their contracts out really well over there. No. Teams that's been doing that, the Eagles, the 49ers, the Rams. You want to model after the people that's been handling the things the best way. Yeah. But just to pull salt down the wound just a little bit, let me listen to this guy again.
That we've drafted well enough to have one of the best quarterbacks in the league, one of the best pass rushers in the league, if not the best, and one of the best receivers, if not the best receiver in the league. Welcome the opportunity. It's great that we draft like that, but it does take time, and it's
See, my guy Joe Bonham, he's a real cool content creator. But he's been on this trade, Micah Parser train, and I'm gonna tell y'all, don't be. And Joe cool. Joe's my guy. I like Joe, but don't be like Joe. Don't be. We did it, Joe. Don't be him, man. Don't be trade Micah Parsons. Don't be him. I'm just telling y'all, man. Don't do that. But listen to the rest of him.
Certainly not easy. You look at a guy like Jefferson, they're not paying a quarterback. They're not paying anybody on their roster at this point. So it's a lot easier for them to stretch a little more. And we're just trying to work through reasonably with CD, reasonably with Dak, what we can do to make it work from an economic standpoint. And certainly when you're trying to pay 3 guys like that, it certainly does limit your opportunities to maybe improve the roster down the line. I welcome the opportunity that we've drafted well enough to have one of the best quarterbacks in the league, one of the best pass rushers in the league, if not the best, and one of the best receivers, if not the best receiver in the league. Welcome the opportunity. It's great that we draft like that, but it does take time, and it's certainly not easy. You look at a guy like Jefferson, they're not paying a quarterback. They're not paying anybody on their roster at this point. So it's a lot easier for them to stretch a little more, and we're just trying to work through reasonably with CD, reasonably with Dak, what we can do to make it work from an economic standpoint. And certainly when you're trying to pay 3 guys like that, it certainly does limit your opportunities to maybe improve the roster down the line.
All right. So, that's Stephen Jones. And I flat out get what he's trying to imply or say or to put out there and get things going. And I see what my guy Louis says. I understand Stephen Jones not wanting to overpay Dak, Micah, and CD. But when you wait too long with extensions, the price is only going up. Yeah. Now, here's how all of this can work out for its good. When we talk about waiting for leaves to fall and hit the ground and things like that, right? We talk about these things, right? We're saying, hey, the leaves are falling. Hey, Jerry, you might want to go ahead and get that rake out, and scoop up them leaves, But the only thing that can help this argument, as far as the leaves, is you got to hope. You got to hope these things that can happen. And I'm using this only for the context of Okay, you got to hope that when Justin Jefferson, when he's out there on the field, his productivity far as his production level and what he can and can't do drops, right? And then you could use the argument to not pay CD and say, well, it's because of the quarterback, right? It's because of the quarterback, right? And then on the flip side, even with Dak Prescott, you got to hope, and bear with me. You got to hope that Trey Lance can walk damn near on water. You got to hope that if Dak Prescott get a hangnail, we not wishing any injuries on anyone. Yeah. Trey did through an interception, but that ain't tangible enough news like the Dak Prescott camp last season. You got to hope that Trey Lance can insert himself and be phenomenal, right, in those games, right? And banking your future on that is a very, very, in the words of my guy, landlord from Alabama, who will be in town in Oxnard with me, I think, next week, and we're going to do some shows together. That's going to be nefarious, nefarious. L. Gene, appreciate you so much. Sabotaged by our owners, we living in a real life movie, the Major League. Hopefully, we rally around Joe Boo. Shout out to Joe Boo. He'll be in town as well next week, and I can't wait to run into those boys. Mark Holmes, Joe Boo, and I got to dap up Joe Boo and be like, hey, Joe Boo. So here's the other part of the conversation, the residual parts of it. Let me see if I can pull this audio. Appreciate everybody, man. If you like what you're hearing so far, give me a thumbs up if possible, and I ain't too proud to beg, ladies and gentlemen.
Jerry Jones to begin.
Yeah.
I do not think that this will be his last year with the Cowboys at all.
Yeah.
Is there? Am I being psychotic relative to my mirror? No.
It's got
No.
a mirror, baby.
It's pretty clear, I think. I want to say it if it hadn't been clear, of how much we appreciate what Dak Prescott has meant to this team in a
Pause right quick. I got to give a special shout out to my guy. Put happy birthday, Blue Virus, man. My guy, Blue Virus, man. Appreciate him. I would sing a solo, man, but the way my voice go, man, I don't want to outshine Luther Vandross and have him to come up out of the grave. But happy birthday to you, Blue Virus, man. He took real good care of me the last time I was out here at Oxnard. We hung out. We had great times and moments here, man. So salute and happy birthday, man, to you, man, for traveling around the world one more time. So appreciate you. Happy birthday, Blue, man. See, everybody love you, man. And somebody else, Bob Lilly birthday or something. Yeah. Shout out to Bob Lilly, too. So, yeah, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. So, somebody said Blue Chew. Well, Blue Virus is his name. So, and it's a dope name. You hang around them, you're going to get the Blue Virus, So there need to be a Silver Virus, right? So Silver and Blue Virus, you get the Blue Virus, man. And I'm telling you, it is contagious.
positive way. But believe it or not, in my life, I've had a lot of things I wanted that I couldn't get because I couldn't afford it. Now, have I learned to live with that in 80-something years? You bet I have, and life does go on. And sometimes when you get a bump like that, you turn around and do better than you would have had you got what you wanted.
Let me rewind just a little bit again what he said about that part right there.
And life does go on. And now, have I learned to live with that in 80-something years?
There you go.
In my life, I've had a lot of things I wanted
Listen properly.
that I couldn't get because I couldn't afford it. Now, Have I learned to live with that in 80-something years? You bet I have, and life does go on. And sometimes when you get a bump like that, you turn around and do better than you would have had you got what you wanted.
At the end of the day, it's a business, and you know when I'm gonna say I want to be here, but you know when you look up, all the great quarterbacks I watched played for other teams. So my point in saying that is that's not something to fear. That may be a reality for me one day, may not be my decision. So that's the freedom that I have.
That boy talking about freedom papers and everything. Freedom, freedom, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty. You know, he's talking about being free. My thing is, when he first made the statement, and then I heard what Jerry Jones had to say, it goes back into this moment, whereas people do what they want to do. Write that down. People do what they want to do. There's people who decided not to be out here at Oxnard, right? Not to come all the way up here to Oxnard. They have the funds, they have the ability, they have the capabilities, but they just don't want to come out here. Why? Because people do what they want to do. They'll make up the reason, well, you know, I got to take the dog out for a walk. Man, you know, it's going to be too hot. 72 degrees is just too hot for me. But then there are people who will be willing to come out here if it was 100 degrees, right? There will be people that will be willing to come out here if it was 32 degrees. People do what they want to do. And if they wanted to pay Dak Prescott earlier and they wanted him to be in long-term contract with him, they would have started to do those things earlier, right? But it's kind of like, oh, we got to wait to see what else he can bring to the table. We got to wait to see what else he can do for me. Or we got to wait to see, you know, and you're looking for a better deal. That's just what it is. There are guys, you know, I'm not trying to call out the ladies, but they dating a girl and they're looking for a better deal, right? They're not willing to jump the broom. It's too early. Yeah, she fried the eggs a little too hard. You know, the toast is darker than me. Nah, I can't really rock that way. But there are some ladies, they'll fry that egg too hard and have the toast as black as my beard. And they will be willing to say, I will still eat. Yeah, girl, can you make it a little bit darker? Because I want to be with her. It don't matter what she cooked. You know, that's just how it is. People do what they want to do. If I can make that any sense, right? Yeah. Swayze says, CeeDee Lamb holdout. Dak is about to get exposed. Oh, my God. So you taking that angle.
What more do you want from me?
Damn. Wait a minute now, hold on. And then Cohen, my guy Matt Cohen says Dak is not elite. Jerry is full of wine. I see you whining and grinding. Here's the thing though. Who exposed who? So now I know this is only a sample size. But Dak without CeeDee been to the postseason, right? CeeDee without Dak never been to the postseason. So it's hard to really which come first, the chicken or the egg, right? We've seen kinds of calibers of wide receivers their rookie year do some things. But CeeDee, he wasn't really that great until we had Dak Prescott with CeeDee. CeeDee needs Dak. Dak needs CeeDee. So we can all go around that circle there, right? Like, we can go all the way back. I'm not saying that CeeDee Lamb is Jerry Rice, right? But Montana had Rice, you know. Rice had Montana. So it goes like a circular thing. So I don't know whether or not we want to start taking away things and adding to. Like, I don't know how many How many rings would Troy Aikman have without Irv? Or how many rings Irv would have without Troy? It's a beautiful recipe. My thing, only a mad scientist, a madman would be able to say, I'm willing to break this down to see what it would be like if you didn't have these things put into place. And that's been a part of the problem here with the Cowboys. You know, I'm old enough to remember Zeke is only good because of the offensive line. Yeah, y'all remember that? The offensive line. But then we was trying to tell people, the offensive line was put together with Play-Doh, y'all. You know, pieces putting and holding that together. Oh, we want to see Dak Prescott without his weapons, right? Everybody else, you know, they want to see their quarterback with their weapons. I can't make this stuff up. You know, Joe Burrow, we don't know what Joe Burrow looked like without Chase, right? So it goes to that point. Like other teams, they look at it and say, we want to add to, whereas the Cowboys, they say they want to take away, right? That will be the argument of paying. Like the whole thing with, what's the guy, Jalen Hurts? Granted, Hurts is a real athletic quarterback, but we don't know what he would really, really look like without an A.J. Brown and Smitty. But guess who's not trying to find out? The Eagles, they're definitely not trying to find out. They're definitely not saying, hey, well, let's see what he looked like if you move A.J. Brown away and Smitty away. And then let's see if he can earn that pay. You know, they're not doing that. Law, do you have any truth to that? Yeah, ask Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy is considering he's finna get a $353 million contract. That's what's in talks of right now. He's finna get north of $60 million. But newsflash, what do he look like without a Debo, let's say, without Brandon Ayuk and Trent Williams, who's holding out too, by the way? Shoot. But it's all in the Cowboys. Let's take away. And I get it, right? But on the flip side, like I said, the Saints haven't been who that since Breeze left. The Saints haven't been, they are saying, where are the Saints? You know, since Drew Brees left. And that could be the future of the Cowboys. Yeah. It could be the future. The Raiders always been the Raiders, but Devontae Adams was phenomenal. Woo! Devontae Adams was phenomenal with Green Bay. He's still phenomenal with the Raiders, but they don't have a difference maker like a quarterback. You put Dak Prescott on the Raiders, they going to the playoffs. Not saying they win in the Super Bowl, but they going. And for the future, I can't wait to see what the Vikings going to look like. They don't have the quarterback. They got Mike McCarthy's nephew out there, J.J. McCarthy. I'm just playing. They're not related. So, but what I'm saying is basically be careful what you wishing for and be careful what you desiring because it may be very transferable in the future, right? And we're sitting around here saying that, okay, we're mad about 12-5, and I get it, right? I'm not happy about the results. I want us to make a deep run. I want us to be in the big dance. I want us to be able to win. If we get there, I want us to win it, by the way. I don't want us to get there just to be losing a la the 49ers. That's a whole nother conversation. But I get what y'all saying.
Okay, so here we go. Jerry opens the door. Sometimes you get bumped in a better direction. Dak opens the door. Brady, Manning, Rodgers, all going other places. Bart Scott, what did I just hear?
The opening lines of like a separation, right? And it's kind of planting the seeds for the ability to be able to step away and say, I told you so. And also, a little, leverage. They're trying to spar a little bit to make sure that they put out their public perception. I want to be here, but, and everybody has a but. I wanted a lot of things, but, I want to stay here, but I've seen quarterbacks that I've loved and followed go somewhere else. And this is where I always thought this was headed. And listen, I side with Jerry Jones on this. When you go this far and the guy's already making $55 million, you have to really internalize, do I really want to give this guy a 5-year deal for $300 million? And what does that mean for the rest of my roster? So I think, when you talk about it, I think this is put up and shut up for Mike McCarthy. This is put up or shut up for Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott has been with the Dallas Cowboys for 9 years, and he's played well. He's played at an MVP level at times, but he's fallen short when they needed him the most. And I think, right now, they must understand that if we can't win with this iteration, this team, then paying Dak $60 million, paying CeeDee Lamb that money, paying Michael Parsons that money is going to take away from, maybe Zach Martin. It's going to take away maybe from DeMarcus Lawrence. And if we can't win with DeMarcus Lawrence and Zach Martin, how the hell are we going to win without them?
Yeah. And that's just the price of doing business, y'all. Who's been grocery shopping lately? Who's been out here saying that, hey, at one point in time, milk was like $1.50. How much is the price of milk now, y'all? Bread. Yeah, Brian Bradford. Yeah, Dak is not even making 55. You're right. He's going into his 9th season, right? So, yeah. So when we start talking grocery prices, is crazy, Water is the price for what milk used to be. Water sometimes is more expensive than milk. Right? So it's crazy. Everything. Inflation is real. A carton of eggs costs a lot of money now. It's a lot of money. So when you say, okay, I don't want to pay, that's just what it is. Do you really think that the Jacksonville Jaguars wanted to give Trevor Lawrence, who I believe got one playoff win too, right? Who was a first-round draft pick, they gave the brother $250 million? Based off of what? Do you think that Justin Herb deserved a quarter? Don't y'all know how much $250 million is? What results did they pay for to get those type of things? Based off of principles, if we want to use postseason as the nature of paying someone, then it goes back to this argument that you can't even debate. Can't out-debate me on this. That Jimmy Garoppolo in the last 4 years got more playoff wins than Aaron Rodgers. So therefore, if you're using that straw man argument, that he should get paid more than Aaron Rodgers. He should get paid more than Herb. He should get paid more than Trevor Lawrence. Yeah. Because he got a lot of playoff wins. How? Oh, he was on the 49ers. And then if you want to use the head-to-head, you can say, okay, yeah, he beat Dak Prescott. He beat out, Aaron Rodgers. So, hey, he's a playoff winning quarterback. If you want to use that, now if you sit back and listen to it, don't y'all sound idiotic? Come on. Yeah. Appreciate you, Stephen. Appreciate you, Ice Cold. Cowboy, appreciate you. Yeah. 1 pound of ground beef is like $6 now, And I get 3 pounds for $8 at that point, And then now you got to look into the food. You got to do extra work, read labels, make sure that this animal wasn't harmed and none of this stuff. Do they got special chemicals on it that make you, fall out and die and all of this stuff? They're putting pesticides and all that stuff on food. So you can't even go get the let me stop talking, but you gotta go do a certain way to live right now, Yeah. The world is crooked, man. Some people don't know it's illegal. It's illegal to catch rainwater, They make sure you come back to us. Come to us. It's a capitalistic society, Come on with it. We don't want you catching rainwater, In certain neighborhoods, you can't grow your own food. It goes against community guidelines. You growing your own food. Yeah. You better try to get off the grid, to do those things. But at the end of the day, that's the price of doing business. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't get around it. You can't run from it. You can't hide it. What did boy say?
Dread it, run from it. Destiny arrives all the same.
What else?
And now it's here. Or should I say?
I am. Yeah, you can't run from it. So you got someone got to take a pay CD sign. Yeah. Somebody got to take that sign, because at this point, we as Cowboy fans. Yeah. Hector says never confuse inflation with price gouging. Boy, I mean, hey, people take advantages of the. It's a capitalistic society, so people gonna take their advantages and they're gonna rise the price up. They use inflation as a substitute, but that's a whole nother angle here. Mosley says there's 360 people in here on the YouTube side and only 135 likes. Come on, man. Come on with it. Y'all hit that like button. All right, so it's CD turn to be the top paid. Jamar Chase is rubbing his hands Birdman style, saying, come on, Dallas, do your thing. Do your thing. Right? He's not going to beat up CeeDee Lamb for getting his bag. And then Justin Jefferson, he got the whole truths of what he's getting paid, so he got to be sure to continue to be the same person, right? That's just how this goes. We would like to say, well, what did Justin Jefferson do in the playoff? How many playoff wins he have? What game-changing move that he was able to make? You can't say those things, right? Because in every other world, we use realism. But in Cowboys' world, we began to pick upon and say, well, CeeDee Lamb is soft. CeeDee Lamb dropped passes. CeeDee Lamb didn't turn up in these particular games. Oh, Dak Prescott is trash. Dak Prescott can't read defenses. And he only beat bad teams. Like that argument is crazy. But neither here nor there. The expectations heading into day 2 of training camp will be still the focal point on Dak Prescott, the focal point to me on the wide receivers again. You got Brandon Cooks. Can he continue to build that rapport, that relations? And I'll be out there and I'll be heading that way in about 30 minutes. I'll be heading that way. So the expectations still will be the same, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, I will figure out the phone lines and we'll open up the phone lines to everyone so that you guys can give me your thoughts of camp and what you guys are willing to see or want to see from me out there. I really appreciate each and every last one of you guys for being in the mix and understanding that this should be a marathon, not a sprint, right? I'm thinking that even what we invested in Sam Williams, a second-round draft pick, I need for him. I'm going to be spotlighting him, seeing how he will be utilized and used differently. I've been banging on the table for him to get more playing time. Well, now it's here. So my expectations would be, hey, can he stand tall? Can he be the guy, and shout out to John Machota for this footage, can he be the guy that we can lean on with defense, right? Can he be a guy that can step up? Can he be a guy that can give you double-digit sacks? I talked to his trainer, and a lot of people say that, he got nice raw talent. He's a 4.4 guy, believe it or not. So he got speed, he got burst, he got acceleration. Yes, he had some boneheaded plays at the last minute at the wrong time, but he's trying to make a play. And I never get mad at a player trying to make a play. 5 of his penalties that he had came off of special teams. Well, damn it, take him off special teams, right, and put him on the field. That's how I look at it. And I could be 1,000% wrong, but that's Sam Williams. We'll be taking a real good look at him. D-Law, we can use the argument that
they keep moving.
That D-Law himself, the veteran guy, will D-Law be able to spread his knowledge and wisdom to MK? And for those who don't know, that's Marshawn Nealon. I need for MK to soak up and get all of the information, which is possible, from D-Law. Right hand placement. As much as we talk about DeMarcus Lawrence from a aspect of is he a leader or what have you, I think he is. I think that the brother is going into a final year of his contract, and things going to have to work out for him. Yeah, MK Ultra. Shout out to you, Red. That's a good nickname for him. So I absolutely need our edge rushers to stand tall. I need for us to figure out how our defensive tackles going to look. It's no pad days right now since, I'm here early. But what I came out here early to see the progressions, right? To see if they learning how to use the hand properly, learning what the certain techniques and things that the coaching staff is spitting upon them. Are they wiping it off, or are they absorbing all of this spitting? As my coach would say, yeah, spit on them. And I ain't talking about no hawk tour, But y'all get what I'm saying. Shout out to John Machota, man. Be doing a great job. And all of these things. Far as the offensive side, this is Bobby Belt. He, let me see if I can, there we go. Yeah, help the eyes out. Yeah, go back to Bobby Belt. Yeah. This is Ryan Flanoy. And when you think about what he's able to do, he's a drafted guy, so he's going to get some reps. And you got to give some kudos and credence to my guy Trey Lance. Ball on the rope right there, So we need for him to step up. Also, I want you guys, if possible, to check out my X app or Twitter. You go to x.com/LAWS Nation, and you will see what we're doing. We're doing a giveaway, a giveaway from my guy. We were able to obtain and gave the Salute to Service helmet, and I'm gonna let him do some talking here. But this is what it's all about, giving back to the community.
What's up, Cowboys Nation? It's me, Ben Larimore, here with my guy, Laws Nation, in the building. And he is being a philanthropic hero and donating some Cowboys merch to our charity raffle that we are putting together. We're going to get this thing started here come training camp, and we're going to hopefully do some good and put some money back in the community for people that do the same thing for us. So be on the lookout for that, and have a good one.
No doubt. Let's go. Let's get it.
Having a good time here with, of course, Law Nation here at Shaky Teams, but I wanted to give you another little breakdown of what we got coming. He has contributed these mini helmets and this Salute to Service helmet for the Dallas Cowboys for the raffle that we are giving away to the charity. But there's going to be a few other prizes involved as well. So I've managed to collect 2 tickets to Monday Night Football of the Dallas Cowboys playing the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm unsure of the date, but we'll get that to you. For Monday Night Football, 2 tickets to Cowboys Bengals. We're going to get that involved in the prize pool, as well as we have a Micah Parsons plaque with a digital auto on it. It's a really nice one. I bought it myself. And then we also have a Leighton Vander Esch freshly retired poster-sized picture that we're going to give away as well. So be on the lookout. We got good things to come, and we're going to get this out to you guys as soon as possible. Go Cowboys.
Yes, indeed. Let's get it. DC for life. Peace. No doubt, no doubt. So that's my guy, Ben, and we're doing a charity giveaway. Like I said, I want to do more of these type of things. So it's three helmets, 2 autographs, 2 club level seats. So if you ever been to a Cowboys game and been to the club level, I mean, it's not a bad seat nowhere at the stadium because the screen is so big. But, you know, Law Nation Sports, we were able to donate those 3 helmets, and I really appreciate you guys for your love and adulations, your support. So go to my Twitter page or X app page and stroll down, see Ben's information, and just go ahead and raffle off, man, and do your thing. So I don't know about you all, but a Monday night football game, 2 tickets that's available, shoo. And shout out to you, Fred. Thank you for the Cash App for 5, man. Appreciate you, man. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, and this is for a good cause too. So I would tell you guys, be sure to join and click on it, and that's the best way because, you know, club level seats, man, by that time, those prices are going up. It's going to be higher than kangaroo, you know what, or giraffe, you know what. So go ahead, jump on in there and get your seats or get your raffles together, man, and you can be that lucky person. Cowboy Nation, I'm getting ready to be prepared to head out. I really appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in. If I offended anyone today, charge it to my head, beard, but not my heart. Let's continue to grind and shine. There will be more and more new highlights today, and I can't wait to break it down with you all. Cowboy Nation, I get it, I get it. A lot of people still angry and upset about this and that, but at the same time,
all I ask is when you lay
your head on that pillow at night.
I gave you everything.
I gave you everything. Yeah. And I'm looking for my outro music. I don't think I got it on this thing as of today, but y'all already know I have it on there.
Look at this, Law.
I have it on there another time though. But we gonna get on up out of here. A prize fighter. Even when he's down, he continued to swing. He continued to fight. He continued to push through. And that's what we need these boys to continue to fight, push through everything. And can't wait, ladies and gentlemen, to see what we're going to bring out today. Ain't this right? But I do have this one. Come on, baby. Let's get it. Ain't that right, Kevin Nichols? Without hesitations or deviations. To the matter, ain't that right, Rico? Nothing but the best. Let's get it. Yep. I can't say nothing serious on this one. But what I will say is, one day at a time, one movement at a time, brick by brick. And shout out to Prize Picks. Check us out. The information is in the description box. Prize Picks, salute to them. And salute to services. Let's go. Ice cold cowboy. I see you. Come on. Yep. Until next time, DC for life, not for short. Shout out to you. Salute.
check or something. I've been really in the field, yeah. I've been really in the field, rush, I love the field.
Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to
Literally, that's me in the song. I be in the field. I just want to run it up.
Kinda check the song. Lately, I just wanna run it.
That's all I want to do, baby. Just run it up.
Count that too, count it up.
Count that too. Come on. Get my keys together. Hey. Charge it to the. Come on. Who will law? Come on. Who will law? Come on. Not switching no sides over here. Come on.
I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit.
Come on with it.
I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. I have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Ooh. Ooh. Come on with it.
Kinda check a song. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Until next time.
Count that too, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah, I just be off the dome. I never own no chrome. Too many foes and clones. Yeah, I be at home alone. I be in zones alone. I be on road for rain. You gotta deal with the money. I be really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals.
Boy, I can't wait till I get that. Come on with it.
Kinda check a song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too.
Let me crack your crane.
Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Smoke one for you.
Smoke weed every day.
Lately, I just wanna run it up.
All right.
Lately, I just
What
wanna
more
run
do
it
you
up.
want from me?
All right. I'm going to build that other one back in. You know, I got my traveling kit, but we out. Peace.